You have probably seen videos of yogis sitting still, eyes wide open, unblinking for hours, and thought, how is that even humanly possible? Some say it's fake, others call it divine. But what if I told you that not blinking isn't a stunt? It's a state of being. A state where the body and the breath dissolve into absolute stillness. Let's uncover the shocking truth behind those eyes that never close. For most of us, blinking is involuntary. We do it around 15 to 20 times a minute. It's how the body protects and lubricates the eyes. But in certain meditative states, yogis stop blinking naturally, not by force, but because their prana or life energy becomes so stable that the body no longer reacts mechanically. Their eyes don't dry up, their breathing slows down, and even their heartbeat may almost cease. They have simply entered a state beyond biological compulsion. What happens when you stop reacting? Every blink, every breath, every twitch is a response. It's your system constantly reacting to stimuli, light, dust, thought, emotion. But when a person becomes utterly still within themselves, reactions stop. The body enters a phase called sthiryam, unwavering stability. Sadhguru once said, when prana becomes stable, the body functions on minimal input. You don't need to breathe much. You don't need to blink because there's no agitation. The yogi is not controlling the body. The body is finally at peace. In modern science, we know blinking is tied to dopamine regulation and mental rest. But yogic science goes deeper. When a person maintains absolute focus, especially between the eyebrows and the Ajna chakra, the nervous system aligns in a single direction. Energy, instead of scattering, becomes concentrated. At this point, the body enters a low metabolic mode. It's as if the whole system says, no movement needed, the job is being done internally. The eyes are extensions of the brain. When a person's mind is restless, their eyes flutter, rapid, shifting, unfocused. When the mind becomes still, the eyes too become like still water. In deep meditation, the yogi's inner attention is turned inward. The physical act of blinking becomes irrelevant. The gaze may remain open, but awareness is not looking outward. It's gazing into the infinite. Sadhguru once described how certain Himalayan yogis sit for hours, motionless, eyes open, not because of discipline, but because the energy flow is entirely inward. He said, if you look at them, it's like looking at a sculpture, absolutely alive, yet unmoving. In that stillness, there's no duality, no inside or outside. What you call blinking ceases because perception is not through the senses anymore. It's through awareness itself. Now, some people hear about yogis not blinking and try to imitate it. They sit with eyes wide open, straining, thinking they'll achieve enlightenment through endurance. But forcing the eyes not to blink is like holding your breath. It's an act of violence against your body. Without pranic stability, it only causes irritation and imbalance. Stillness must arise naturally when your energies align, not through suppression but through surrender. In certain states of samadhi, deep absorption, all movement ceases. Not just physical movement, but even cellular activity slows dramatically. In that state, a yogi may appear frozen in time, not blinking, not breathing, yet fully alive. It's said that if a yogi remains in this state for long periods, even animals sense something sacred. Snakes coil around them peacefully. Birds perch on their shoulders because, in the presence of complete stillness, all life feels safe. Have you noticed how, when a realized being looks at you, you can't look away? Their eyes hold depth, not because they are trying to hypnotize, but because there's no noise behind them. You are seeing raw consciousness without fluctuation. That's why people feel peace or tears in their presence. The stillness in them mirrors the stillness you have forgotten in yourself. In their unblinking gaze, you see a reflection of your own silence. In iconography, Shiva is often depicted with half-closed eyes, eternally between wakefulness and transcendence. It represents that balance, seeing the world yet not being enslaved by it. When yogis maintain an unblinking gaze, they are symbolically expressing the same awareness that sees everything but clings to nothing. It's the ultimate detachment, pure witnessing. So, the next time you see a yogi who never blinks, don't assume it's supernatural or strange. It's not about control, it's about dissolution. They have gone beyond the body's mechanical impulses. For them, blinking or breathing is optional because their very existence has merged with the rhythm of the cosmos. When stillness becomes absolute, movement becomes a choice. The yogi's eyes stay open not to see, but to be. If you found this glimpse into yogic mastery fascinating, subscribe and share, where every story reveals another layer of this vast inner science. And next time you blink, remember, somewhere a yogi hasn't in 1,000 years.